members of the audience, my fellow delegates. My name is Ambika Ramraj. I'm 19 years old. I'm currently a student at the University of Guyana studying environmental science, but also hoping to be able to pursue a degree in psychology in the coming semester. My Beauty with a Purpose platform is based on helping individuals cope with depression and mental illness by means of sport and fitness. As such, my topic for my presentation today is based on social media and its links to depression and mental illness. Social media is a communication tool that enables us to communicate with each other by means of sharing and consuming information. It is perhaps the largest and fastest growing industry in the world, and for obvious reasons. This is something that our grandparents and our parents probably had never even fathomed in their youthful days. And something this amazing, I mean, it can't just have benefits, it must have its cons. And the biggest con of social media that I personally can think of is its effect on mental health of its users. Social media does affect our mental health in negative ways, whether its users believe it or are aware of it or not. Samantha Rosenthal found in a study that the nature of social media interactions has a significant effect on mental health. In a study, 264 young adults were surveyed to decipher the link between social media and ill mental health risks. 80% of this 264 had at least one negative interaction on social media, and 60% had 4 or more negative interactions. To put things into perspective, 1/3 of the world's population is made up of adolescents and young adults. If these results are reciprocated into the worldwide population, that is 80% of 1.8 billion people. And if that's not a large number of individuals to be affected, then something is wrong. Apart from this, other research shows an increase in major depressive episodes from 8.7% to 11.3% in a matter of 9 years in adolescents, and 8.8% to 9.6% in young adults. This increase is correlated to the increase in popularity of social media within that time frame. Some may even suggest causation. Along with these research results, I have my personal testimony and the testimonies of people who have confided in me to the effect social media can have on mental health. Individuals find themselves comparing their lives to the lives of those that they see on social media, their characteristics to those that they see on social media. They feel that they must be like them or something is wrong. It affects their personal perceptions, and it can cause body dysmorphia, depression, anxiety, and issues with their own ideas of themselves. Multitasking in social media platforms, meaning jumping from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter to Snapchat, has an effect on cognition, attention, and mood. And if our youth are all these things are being affected in our youth, our school-going youth, then what's happening to their academic abilities? All these are key factors in success in academics, in extracurricular activities, etc. Our children are our future. If their ability to succeed in life is affected, then so is our future. Understanding how social media can lead to depression and mental illness is one thing. Using that knowledge to help others is another. Primac. These virtual spaces create real emotions. To minimize depression risks, individuals must have a working knowledge of social media and its possible effects. Firstly, you would aim to prevent these occurrences from happening. And to do so, preventative measures may be taken. Individuals may have social media training, social media auditing and editing, and they must learn to distinguish between social media reality and actual reality. If individuals are too far gone into social media, then preventative measures are useless. So now coping mechanisms must be created. These coping mechanisms may come in the form of sport, fitness, involving yourself in activities that you deem as enjoyable. But that may not work for some. Some may need therapy. Some may need to figure out in themselves what they must do. It's not plain set out how individuals must cope with these things. Social media does have the ability to compromise our mental health. However, proper training on its use can prevent its occurrence.
Good job, Ambika.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, hearing you talk about depression and all that, it made me wonder, did you ever see anything on social media that made you depressed? Can you give us an example, if so?
I can't say something that I've seen on social media that has made me depressed, but there are, social media is not the reason people are depressed. It's their perceptions that is making them depressed. And I have had experiences where I've compared myself to the lives of others, and I've been in a situation where my mental health was not at its greatest. So,
thank you for being honest about that. And the next question for you, I see a lot of people now, they're 2-year-old babies and 1-year-olds and so on, have their own social media pages. I, for one, I have a 9-year-old, he ain't going on Facebook or IG. But my question to you is, should children have social media pages? How young is too young to be on IG and Facebook?
I don't believe that children should have social media pages because it exposes them to so much that their brains have not developed enough to be able to cope with. If they do have social media pages, which I hope, there's a limit to that, to the age at which they can access social media, I don't think that they should be personally have control over those. Their parents should have control over it. And they should be monitored if they are on social media. Too young would be, it varies. If you have a sound, if you're mentally sound, you think you can handle this, and your parents think you can handle it, then I guess that's fine. Maybe 15 years old, because there are some 15-year-olds who are much more mature than some 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds. So it's all about your mental age, let's say, your mental capabilities, and that would be a determinant factor in if you should be on social media or not, regardless of age. I don't think age is a major factor.
Nicely said. How old are you?
Thank you. I'm 19.
19. You see, when you hit about 34, that's when you realize how stupid you were when you were 15. I don't know about anybody else, but usually we feel like we're so smart at 15. Hit 34, you'll realize. But good job.
Cheers.